All right, guys, it's Philip. It's Toon Tactics TV, and this is NUFC Weekly Review. Before we start the show, a quick housekeeping. Just like Anthony Joshua when he took off his shoes before entering the house of a heckler.
When your jaws start breaking, people start chasing you out of this uni, you don't like it.
Hit that notification bell, click that like button, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Now let's start the show. With Dan Ashworth out of the way, Mr. Eddie Howe is free to take charge at the helm of NUFC.
Do you feel in charge?
So can the Magpie Supremo lead the Toon to European glory? So Eddie's got 12 games to get Newcastle into Europe. So what are his obstacles? There's also several other clubs trying to get into Europe, and they're all within a 5 to 6 point radius of Newcastle for Eddie and the boys to overcome. I believe Newcastle have 3 things in their favour to help them get across the line and into Europe. First of all, Eddie Howe himself. Eddie has been steady Eddie through the storm and has handled well most of the things that have been thrown in his direction.
I don't know if I had time to be fearful, to be honest.
And he has been relentless in his obsession to build a strong identity for Newcastle United. Some might say it's been too relentless and obsessive in the case of him sticking with Dan Burn as opposed to putting in Livramento, but we love him anyway. The second is player returns. We've already seen Isak and Willock come back into the squad, which has been great. And hopefully in the mid to short term, we've got Pope and Elliot Anderson to return as well. And the third is our attacking stats, especially under underlying metrics in our shot conversions, our big chances created, and obviously the goals that we have scored. We can't win games unless you score goals, and Newcastle scored lots of goals, which is a positive. And with a little bit more improvement in our defense, I think we can definitely shore up a European spot. Okay, so Newcastle and Eddie Howe have had major changes and major obstacles they've had to overcome, which has included FFP, which has included injuries and boardroom changes like with Dan Ashworth. However, they've also had positive things going forward, which has included Eddie Howe's leadership himself, the return of injured players like Isak and Willock, and hopefully others to come as well. Also, there's a really positive underlying attacking metrics that show Newcastle are scoring goals all the time. However, as the recent game against Arsenal has shown, our leaky defence is a real handicap for us, and it's already beginning to affect the team's confidence and resilience going forward. And with 12 games to go, 36 points to go to play for, Newcastle, whether Newcastle make it into Europe is a big question mark. Looking at last season, it took Brighton 62 points to get into the Europa, and it took Aston Villa to 61 points to get into the Europa Conference League. Newcastle have major rivals to get into the European places, and whether we get there at the moment is a big question mark. I feel like the next 4 games will tell us a lot about whether the team is with Eddie Howe and how we go forward from this. But let me know what you guys think. Send in your predictions. Will Newcastle get into Europe? How many points will it take? What are your thoughts on everything that's been said around the positive, the negatives around Newcastle? And what would you do to ensure that Newcastle continue to progress in this season? Until next time, guys, take care. God bless. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And I look forward to hearing from you next time. Take care, guys, and God bless.